Today, in this video, I'm going to show you my Kindle book haul. Hi guys, and welcome back to Lady Jane Books. Today I have kind of a different video. I got this idea from David's book reviews where he shows his audience everything that he's bought for his Kindle in the past month. And I thought that was a very cool idea. Because so many times we talk about the physical books we buy, but I'm struggling with the time-space continuum of Earth, and I can't buy all the books that I want in physical copy. So I went on a Kindle spree, and I want to show you what I got. I bought all of these books on a total whim. I've been getting really into ebooks lately because I like how you can get them instantly, and that's really good for like book clubs that I'm joining. These were all in the sale section of Kindle, so let's get started. The first book I purchased is Nightingale House by Steve French. In this story, a recent widower and his daughter move into a brand new house seeking a fresh start. However, the house may have some secrets of its own. This kind of struck me as a haunted house type of story. It also gave me the Haunting of Hill House vibes. So I kind of like that. I think that might be interesting. The next book I bought was A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. In A Little Life, 4 college students travel to New York City seeking fame and fortune. However, they are truly bonded by the story of Jude and his childhood trauma. I saw Noelle Gallagher review this on her channel, and I saw that she got absolutely emotionally wrecked by this. I mean, sobbing, crying, low as you can get emotionally. And I thought to myself, well, that looks like fun. That looks like a good time. So I picked it up. The next book I purchased is The Widow. In this story, a woman's husband has been accused of a horrific crime, and now that he's dead, everybody wants to know the truth. But she realizes that the truth can be anything she wants it to be. When I was looking through this book, they said it was very similar to Gone Girl and Girl on the Train, so I'm really excited about this. It kind of gives me very thriller, mysterious vibe, so I'm excited for it. The next book I purchased is The Good Girl by Mary Kubica. Mia has been abducted, and her family will stop at nothing in order to get her back. However, will they ever actually find her? This is kind of an abduction thriller, much along the lines of Room and Baby Doll. I read Room when it first came out, and it was okay. But then I read Baby Doll last year, and I absolutely loved it. So I think this will be kind of an interesting take on this story. It's been described as an abduction thriller and psychological horror. The next book I bought is The Stranger in Our Home by Sophie Draper. Carol's stepmother has just passed away, and now Carol returns to her childhood home in the English countryside. However, when cleaning out the house, Carol reveals that her stepmother had more secrets than she let on. And now, hearing the village whispers, Carol decides if some things are best left buried. This has been compared to Ruth Ware's work. I haven't read anything of hers myself, although I do have some of Ruth Ware's works on my TBR. So I don't know about this one. I kind of like that whole storyline of the entire village shunning her. Can't get enough of that social isolation. The next book I purchased is The Perfect Couple by Lisa Hall. This story is about a woman who is hired by a wealthy widower, and soon their relationship turns more than professional. However, there's one small issue. What happened to his first wife? The Perfect Couple gave me Rebecca vibes. Has anybody read that? This seems to be almost a modern retelling of Rebecca, and I think it's going to be a thriller, mystery, murdery type of thing. The next book I purchased is The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. I actually bought all 3 of the books in these series because they were on sale. And I believe this is a dystopia or fantasy. I believe that Catty-tastic reviewed this many years ago when it first came out, I believe. I'm not sure. It looked really good, and it looked very... I think it was one of those books that was really hyped up when it came out. The premise of this story is about a boy who is soon to become a man, and he's been infected by a noise germ. Don't ask me, I don't know. I haven't read it yet. And as a result, he can hear the thoughts of all of the men around him. However, one day, he encounters something different. A girl who is silent. And what is she doing here? Wasn't she killed with the rest of the girls? I had a difficult time following the description on this book. It appears to me that the boys and men can hear each other's thoughts and have their own society, and all of the women and girls died from a virus of some type, which kind of reminds me of Stephen King's Sleeping Beauties. I started that one and didn't finish it quite yet, a few years later. So I'm not 100% sure about this one, but the entire series was on sale for less than $5. So why not? I mean, and the final book I purchased is Confess by Colleen Hoover. This is a story about a woman who is trying to pick up the pieces of her life. And then she happens to fall in love with a handsome artist. However, he has a secret, and his confession may actually be worse than his crime. This is technically a romance book. I know what everyone's gonna say. Lady Jane, you said you don't really read romance books. You don't read books unless somebody's end up dead. You don't read books unless they're scary. First of all, true. Second of all, I heard wonderful things about Colleen Hoover books. I know they have kind of a following of their own, and people absolutely seem to love her writing, and I've never read anything by her. So when I saw this in the bargain section, I said, why not? Spread your wings, Lady Jane. Try something new, Lady Jane. And that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. I feel like my background doesn't have enough pizzazz to it. What if we put these like fake little flowers right here? That looks classy, right? It is such a gray and dreary day here today. Gray and dreary. Gray and dreary day.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Gray and dreary day. Ooh, I like that. Nah, I'm not feeling this. Today, in this video, and the hounding of Hill House. The hounds of the Baskerville. This is a story of a woman who is hired as a housekeeper by a man who is a willow tree. What? Lady Jane, you don't read horror books. You don't read horror books? Girl, you know me.